Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to everybody out there.
Friday.
Welcome to the Chainmovers podcast. As usual, I'll be your host, Chad, and with me is my lovely co-host, Lacey.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, why does this lag so bad? Look at that, so much it's lagging. Look at that. It's like a 5-second lag.
I'll figure it out now.
Pathetic.
Just clapping.
Pathetic. What do you think of that?
I like that.
Hey, new sound effect.
I like it.
Debuting today.
I love it.
In honor of our truckers. For those of you who don't know...
You're supposed to play it when I did that.
Whoops. Well, before we get into that, Lacey, how are you?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
That's good.
How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a new hoodie.
Yeah, you did.
That I'm wearing today. It's almost indistinguishable from the background of the TV.
You just blend right in. It's like your
Look at that.
green screen.
It's like the same color.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. Now, black is typically black, but...
Not always.
Not in this instance. That's like a bang-on match. For those of you that can't see, I'm comparing it to...
Wiggling around on a stool.
To our graphic that's behind us. And it is crazy match. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Anyway, happy Friday.
Yeah.
Let's dive right in, shall we?
Okay.
Start out with some side stories. Lacey, what do you think of that?
All right.
Good idea?
I love it.
Why is everything lagging so bad?
I don't know. That one loves Wow.
That's annoying.
That is annoying.
I'm wondering if it's because I don't have everything on external hard drive.
Maybe.
And it's getting fuller by the episode.
Yeah, you just keep adding more sound effects.
Which is probably dragging it down.
We got a nice little surprise coming up later on in the show.
We do.
Chad's just excited
Chad
about
goes viral, ladies and gentlemen. Chad goes viral. Stay tuned for that. But before we get to that,
we're all over the place.
Let's get into some side stories, shall we? First up, Lacey, NFL coaching, the coaching carousel continues.
Where now?
Well, there's a lot of openings out there.
Oh, in the NFL.
What did I say?
For some reason, I thought... And maybe
did I say NHL?
I think you did.
Oh, not the NHL.
And I was like,
NFL.
That's a weird time to be changing a bunch of coaches right now.
Whatever. It's not happening, but it is happening in the NFL.
Okay.
New York Giants hire Brian Daboll, Bills offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that goes. He did a bang-up job in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have near the talent in New York. So we'll see how that goes.
I thought they were looking for a coach to coach their quarterback.
Well, I don't know if he's ever been a head coach.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, now he's the dude. So you can rewrite the offense.
That's true.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Okay.
So, next up, Lacey, your Chicago Bears hiring Matt Eberflus, the Colts defensive coordinator. What do you think of that? That's how long it took.
Yeah. You know, I understand, hiring the Bills defensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator.
Oh, offensive coordinator. Oh, okay. But the Colts defensive coordinator?
As much as I
don't hate the Colts.
As much as I dislike the Bears, I'll give them credit where credit is due, and defense is not the problem.
Right.
The problem is the offense. But let's run out and hire a DC as our head coach.
And not just
makes
a DC.
Makes no sense to me.
Makes
no sense.
Not like a wow DC.
Wow!
Yeah, wow is right.
I give that hiring a D grade.
They must like the name Matt.
You know who they hired as their GM?
Oh, for Christ's sake, who?
From Kansas City.
Is his first name
Ryan?
Matt? Oh, okay.
Well, they had Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy. And now they have Ryan, I can't remember his last
Oh
name,
my
and Matt Eberflus as the head coach, so they swapped Matt Ryan
Well, maybe they didn't want
for
to
a
use
Matt and a Ryan.
too much whiteout. They can just white out last names this way.
Yeah, on the doors, the office doors.
Yeah, just white out.
New last name, away we go.
Some electrical tape over top and Sharpie, paint marker maybe.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Good to go.
Just cut a stencil and spray bomb over it.
Yeah. There, fixed.
Don't see why not. I think that's a stupid hire, but we'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I hope it's not.
If you're a defensive coordinator, you clearly lean to more towards the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
Chicago hasn't had a good offense. Well,
Ever?
ever really?
Not since I've become a fan.
It's the defense
Yeah.
that carries them
As far as
wherever
they
they
do.
go.
Yeah.
So, I don't
That's
know. We'll see
bizarre.
what happens. And the Broncos hire Nathaniel Hackett, Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator.
All right.
What do you think of that?
A lot of coordinator positions available here now.
Yeah, there really is. There really, really is. I guess I should throw my hat in the ring.
Yeah. If you had a hat.
I could get one. One I'm willing to part with, too. Because once it goes in the ring, it's gone.
That's right. Yeah.
Unless you get hired, then you get it back. So,
And otherwise, the guy that gets hired gets all those hats.
that's right.
That's how that works, you guys.
Fact. Hat in a ring's not just the same.
No, you actually throw your hat in there.
That's what happens. And that's how they determine who the coach is going to be. Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator from the Cowboys, staying put.
Oh, okay.
He was a hot commodity. Former coach of the Falcons.
Yeah.
Blew the 28-3 lead to
Right.
the Pats.
Congratulations on that.
Staying in Dallas with Mike McCarthy. You got to respect a guy that'll go down with the ship, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
He's either loyal or stupid. The two are often mixed up.
Yeah.
And maybe he's both. I don't know. He did a good job with that defense, so. Mm-hmm. You talk about Dallas Cowboys, you typically don't talk about defense, but this year you did.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Very true.
Open jobs that are still out there, Lace. Saints, Jags, Vikes, Dolphins, Texans, and Raiders.
Did we even talk about Sean Payton retiring last show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was up in the air.
Oh, he hadn't retired yet?
No.
Oh,
No.
sorry.
So it's official.
Whoops.
Well, I don't know. I ripped out all my notes because I was angry over the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, and crumpled them all up and threw them all
away. So I don't even know what we talked about.
Jackass.
I'd have to go back and watch the show. So, but yeah, if you didn't know, Sean Payton has officially stepped away
Stepped away.
from the game.
That's right.
Get it right, Lacey.
Sorry.
It's all about facts here.
Fake news.
You are fake news. This is annoying me. I don't know why this is happening.
Oh, there's all... So if it seems like we have some very delayed sound effects, we do.
It's because we do.
That's weird.
Yeah. So. I gotta think Rich Bisaccia gets a job in Las Vegas.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be super choked if he doesn't get a shot.
Yeah.
I think he did a great job.
Yeah,
So.
I agree with you.
Next up, Lace. Sacramento Kings walk away from the 76ers over Ben Simmons. They were trying to make a deal. Asking price is just too fucking high. 76ers wanted Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best young guards in the game, and 3 first-round picks for Ben Simmons.
Jackass.
Are you fucking kidding me, Daryl Morey? You have got to be joking.
Yeah.
Like it's a joke at this point. You don't want to move them. That's like I have a classic truck, and if my wife said, "You got to sell that truck," sure, I'll list it for $80,000. I'll never sell it.
Right.
It's the exact same scenario, and I don't get why you want to hang on to this guy.
No. Makes no sense.
Shaq just ripped him last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because Lakers played 76ers on TNT last night. So, yeah. Soft. Doesn't have any respect for him. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't disagree one bit.
Yeah.
Like, this is a guy that lied about his mental health
Yeah.
to try and work his way off the team.
Right.
So
that's not okay.
I can't believe. Well, one, someone wants him. And
yeah.
two, Daryl Morey still thinks he's worth not only 3 first-round picks, but an absolute fucking stud too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
This guy's a buffoon.
Yeah.
Daryl Morey's a buffoon if he thinks he's getting that.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like a 5-6 second delay every time. That's really going to make it tricky.
You got to plan what you're going to say and hit the button and then say it.
I really do.
That's weird. We've never had issues with that before.
Lacey, it's official.
Okay.
Big Ben officially retires from the NFL. We all knew it was coming. He just made it official. So a new chapter starts in Pittsburgh. I don't even know who they're going to start at Q next year. They don't have anybody there that can start.
Who's that guy that started the helmet guy?
Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, is he still there?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's garbage.
Yeah, well, at least they have someone they can throw in there. I guess if they don't find anyone.
Believe it or not, that's not the goal of an NFL team. Fuck, we could get... Yeah, he could play.
He has a uniform.
He's an able body, so let's stick him back there. Yeah, no, I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Probably should have tanked, but they didn't. So
that'd be tough, though. Like, I assume they knew Big Ben probably wasn't coming back. So it'd be tough to...
Big Ben shouldn't even played this year. Let's be honest.
He shouldn't have. But it would be hard to ask him to tank. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's your last year. Could you be extra shitty?
It's fake an injury.
Oh, and that's how you'd want to go out? No,
But
you can't ask these guys to do that. Come on, Chad.
It's fake an injury. Fuck it.
Fake an injury and then retire so no one actually...
Hey, he's still getting paid.
I don't think that's what these guys do it for. After all these years, Big Ben wasn't doing it for the money. I think he was... They do it for the love of the game.
I disagree.
Really?
Especially with Big Ben.
No. I think that guy wants
Imagine what he could have been if he, like, conditioned, hit the gym.
Yeah. Do you think he regrets that?
Imagine.
That's so true.
Like, he had every God-gifted natural ability.
Right. Just work at it a little bit.
Did not. Like, you can't tell me that guy spent the entire offseason in the gym. I won't believe it.
No.
That's a lie.
Yeah. Unless all he did is deadlift, maybe.
All he did was fucking eat burgers.
That's what it looks like. But you know those guys that, can lift a lot?
No.
They don't look like fit people. So, unless he just deadlifted all day long.
He didn't. He didn't.
Just busting out cleans and deadlifts.
No. He cleaned his locker out at the end of the season.
And took a bunch of rappers.
Didn't fucking think about football until training camp opened the next year.
Maybe work shoulders a little bit.
No. He was just blessed to be
natural.
6'5", 260 pounds, somewhat agile, a hell of an arm.
Right.
And what did he do with it? Fuck, he could have been one of the greats.
Yeah. Do you think Tom Brady works out?
Yes. TB12, the fitness program. You never heard of it?
Mm. He doesn't look like a guy that spends a lot of time in the gym either.
Makes bank off it too.
Really?
He gets all his teammates, whatever team he's on, to sign up. Charges them $100,000 up front.
What?
Yes.
What?
With that trainer, Alex.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever his name is.
But he makes all of his teammates sign up.
Well, doesn't make them, but strongly suggests it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a fucking good racket he's got going there.
Well, what are you going to say? Nah, I'm okay, Tom.
And he knows you got the money. He knows how much money you make. Right? So it's like, hey.
And it's Tom's team.
Do you want an extra 5 years out of your career that you're probably going to make an extra $15 million?
Oh my God.
What?
Like, and how many times do you want me to throw the ball? Wink, wink.
Hmm?
Yeah.
It's a good racket.
Yeah. Greasy Tom.
Greasy Tom. Now he's greasy too, like Aaron Rodgers.
They're all greasy. No, that's pretty greasy though.
It is.
You don't... That's crazy. Oh, whatever, anyway.
Whatever, that's not our story. Moving over, Lacey, the Arizona Coyotes Let's see how long this... Oh, wow, that one showed up quick. If you know anything about the Arizona/Phoenix Coyotes, you know that they're a dumpster fire, and they are most years. If you followed them over the past 2 years, you'll know they could not come to an agreement with the city of Glendale, Arizona for a stadium deal. They didn't like how much it was going to cost. Obviously, they didn't want to... The team didn't want to spend the money to build a stadium, and Glendale didn't want to give them tax breaks. And you know how all that goes when a stadium's going to be built, right? So now, the grand plan is that the Coyotes are going to move into Arizona State University's facility that houses a 5,000 capacity, 5,000 seats. That's a capacity. 5,000. I read a great tweet. It's like, yeah, I heard from, I forget who it was even. It's a good source that they are moving into this facility, but don't worry, because tickets are $125,000 a piece. So they'll be fine. What the fuck? Gary Bettman, enough. It's nobody in the desert cares about hockey.
No.
Everyone's okay with it except you.
Right. Move them out of there.
It's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough already. Yeah, Edmonton, they were forced to build a new stadium.
Right.
To the tune of $500 million.
Right.
Calgary, same boat. I'd be surprised if the Flames are even there in a year or two.
Yeah.
I think they're gone. Because that stadium deal fell apart.
Right.
So you're going to push these other teams that are cash rich because they have support, which the Coyotes don't, to build these new stadiums and spend all this money, but this is okay.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
What a fucking
we can't
joke.
Even if fans did want to come, now they can't. Well, 5,000 of them can. That's it.
You would never get 5,000.
It's still
embarrassing all the way around for the NHL, for the Coyotes, for...
Can you imagine being those players?
What's the locker room going to look like?
Right. All I'm picturing is, the Archie Miller.
Who in their right mind would want to go play for that team?
Yeah.
I sure as fuck wouldn't. I'd be like, I ain't going there.
No. At least we got to hurry up and finish this game because we got the Pee-wees are on after us.
There's a Bantam game after us. The fuck?
Hey, flyweights, can you pick up your little rink dividers there?
Unbelievable. I
That's
can't believe.
Crazy.
Not only are they getting away with it, Gary Bettman has to approve this.
Right.
I don't understand it myself, but
oh boy.
Gary, sometimes you got to swallow your pride.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work in Atlanta. It didn't work. There's been lots of places it didn't work. Why? Yeah. Phoenix. Yes, there's Glendale, that whole area. Yeah, heavily populated. We get it. But nobody cares.
No.
That's a problem.
Right.
You're not going to bust into that market. If you haven't by now.
Already.
Yeah. It's over.
And why is it so difficult for someone to say, you know what? Yeah, I screwed up. It didn't work. Let's move on. Let's just move on.
Can't do it.
No, people.
Just keep fucking throwing money at it. Just until you run out of other people's money.
Yeah.
It's amazing the amount of people that can spend your money for you.
Oh, unreal.
You know? It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But such is life. And moving over, Lace, our last side story of the day. The Edmonton Oilers sign Evander Kane to however much is left in the season. Half-a-year contract, let's call it.
Okay.
Evander Kane has a little bit of a troubled past, as we talked about on Wednesday.
No, that was at least
Monday.
Maybe even last Friday.
Evander Kane asked fans to be open-minded, see what he can bring. Now, Evander, nobody's ever questioned your ability on the ice.
Right.
Very skilled hockey player.
Mental state. Maybe.
Nobody's ever questioned Antonio Brown's skill.
That's right.
Never once.
Just his mental state.
Dude can play. So can you. The problem is off the ice. When you're getting sued by casinos and shit, and now, I don't know, his ex-girlfriend / wife sounds like a bit of a head case.
Yeah,
but
she does.
There's 2 sides to every story. Mm-hmm. So, well, 3 actually.
Well, and in his little interview there, he did say, and, you know, it's not like it's crazy that the media doesn't give out all the information they're given. So
No, that's true.
and he said that was part of it. That the whole story didn't come out. Yes, he did an interview, but the whole story never did come out. So I don't know. I guess. Well, he's there, so I guess they got to give him a shot. Like they really don't have a choice.
On the flip side of that, who doesn't like to gamble?
yeah, that's your argument.
I mean, really.
Maybe not to the degree that a casino is suing you. Like maybe you rein it in. He's seeing a therapist though.
So. Go big or go home, right?
Yeah. God, that's big if a casino is suing you.
$500,000.
Oh boy.
You bounced out on the $500,000 mark.
See ya.
Maybe they won't catch me because maybe they don't know who I am.
Right.
Well, I'm pretty sure they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gave you the money.
I'll just blend in.
So.
Good luck to
So
them.
there's that. And Lace.
Yes.
Give a little bit of an update here on our Freedom Convoy. They are trickling into Ottawa tonight, tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. Lots there already.
Yeah. Just not the West. The big West one.
Yeah,
isn't there
that's
yet,
coming still.
I don't know if there's going to be room for those poor guys once they get there. It's so crazy.
Oh,
already.
we'll snuggle in there and we'll fit right in. Don't worry about that. Interesting. This whole thing is, wow, mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You know, I firmly believe that COVID has not only created health issues, the mental health issues that it's created will be far more lasting and the ramifications will be far more severe. This is a religion to some people. And I don't understand the rationale behind it. It's almost like it gives people a sense of purpose. Like it's you're scared to walk around without a mask or it's the way it's gripped some people is frightening. Mm-hmm. It is a frightening display. The hatred that comes from some of these people is frightening.
It has
it's scary.
It is. It has tore families apart. It has
Absolutely.
ruined lives. It's crazy.
Absolutely. I don't like to get into politics, but this one's hitting close to home. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. But yeah, they rolled in the GoFundMe over $7.2 million, I believe.
Yeah.
The media outlets have already started with it's a classic playbook, right? And I'm going to call it the liberal playbook because they do it every time. They're racists, they're bigots, they're extremists, they're you name it. Which everybody knows is a load of shit.
Unless you're watching mainstream media, then you don't know that.
Right. It sure is interesting, though. You get these media personalities on Twitter, and they can't believe how some people backlash at them. Well, you know what? Since before this even started, you motherfuckers have been saying it's a fringe movement, it's racist, they're bigots, they're extremists, there's going to be violence, there's all this shit that we just pull this out of the air. There's been no indication of any of that. And there still isn't. I've seen live videos, live feeds from Ottawa. Nothing going on.
And they are
it's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's just been a real... You know it's there, right? You know the mainstream media lies. You know they tell whatever side of the story, whoever's filling their pockets, that's a story that gets told, right? You know it's there. But when it's something like this, it really comes to light. And I think enough Canadians see through the bullshit now.
Yes, I think so.
And are starting to understand what a lot of people have been saying for a long time, but people just didn't want to believe it, right?
And
you hate to believe that there's that level of corruption out there,
right.
that you get lied to multiple times a day by a source you're supposed to be able to trust, right? Well, that's out the window. That's gone.
And I think people that even really didn't, like, they didn't realize it even, I guess. You know, like, it wasn't, not even the people that, you know, thought people like us were, you know, crazy or conspiracy theorists or whatever, right? Just people that just didn't know, right?
Well, these days, Lacey, the difference between a conspiracy theory and reality is about 2 months.
Yeah.
So there's no such thing as a conspiracy theory
really
anymore
isn't.
because you could put literally everything on the table. At this point,
yeah.
And it's been a while since something surprised me, and none of this is surprising me either. But it's the corruption and everything runs so deep that it's hard to keep track of, and that's part of the game too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Right?
It is.
We're gonna do so much that everyone forgets and everyone's okay with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And by golly, it ends.
And the crazy part to me is that I just don't understand how he thinks he's going to, like, our prime minister now I'm talking, how he thinks he's going to ignore this many voices. Like, so mainstream media, he called them fringe minority. You cannot ignore the amount of people. You cannot hide from that.
I find it really funny that this is a right-wing, racist, misogynist, extremist group. Yeah, because that's what all truckers are. And they're out there burning crosses and shit as we speak.
Yeah.
What a load of horse shit. But the amount of Canadians from different ethnic backgrounds that I've seen support this convoy, but they're a bunch of racists? Something doesn't add up there. Sikhs, Hutterites, Mennonites, Indigenous, all coming together. It's something to see.
It's amazing.
I know for
Absolutely
a fact,
amazing.
not whoever, but most people that are listening / watching are not getting the full story on this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's incredible.
It's unbelievable.
It's absolutely incredible. I've seen videos, I've seen pictures, I've seen, you know, and oh, well, have you seen it? Well, I didn't see Auschwitz either, but it happened. So don't say you have to see it to believe it. Because, you know, you weren't there. Okay, yeah, you're right, I wasn't there. I wasn't on the fucking moon either when the U.S. went there.
Or on the Titanic when it sunk.
I'm pretty sure that happened. So fuck off with that argument. But the tides are turning, and it really is something to see. The amount of people that I've seen come out and say, this country was in a dark place, a very dark place for a lot of years. And it all changed in 2015 when Trudeau got elected in the first time.
Yeah.
And it's been on a gradual decline ever since. You're going to have your hardcore liberals still. They're not going to go away, and they're going to defend Trudeau till the end, right? But you already see a lot of backpedaling and a lot of rats jumping off the ship already. Yeah. It's starting, right? It is. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And everyone's like, oh, it's about the vaccine mandates. And even the U.S. news is reporting it's about vaccine mandates.
Right.
That's part of it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. That is part of it. But if you don't live here, you don't understand the amount of government overreach that has been happening for years and years and years. And it's just piece by piece by piece by piece. And it started with the carbon tax here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're going to tax a nation that lives half its year in temperatures below freezing for heating their fucking homes? They're going to pay more money? And how is that going to save the planet?
Well, I think you should actually expand on that and tell them the bill that we got today.
Like, it's fucked. Opened my energy bill today. I don't know how many people care about this, but this is a small example of what's going on.
That's why I wanted you to tell them.
So fucking gas is $1.35 at the pump. Mm-hmm. 35 cents of that is carbon tax. Mm-hmm. Opened my energy bill today. It's $400 and some for 1 month. $97 of that is carbon tax to heat my fucking house. So, enough's enough. It's ridiculous already. And if you think you can fix the climate
by taxing us,
by throwing money at the government, well, there's no help for you.
No, it makes no sense.
There's no fucking help for you.
And like what I don't understand is what he thought he was going to accomplish with it. So if he taxes us, does he think we're turning our heat off? Like, is that how we're helping the environment? Well, if we tax them,
you're supposed to drive less and keep your house cooler, and that's the rationale behind it.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But if nothing else, I have never ever in my life, and this is, we've had some proud Canadian moments, and I haven't hated being a Canadian until the last few years. It was actually I was not proud to be Canadian for a few years now. And I have never felt so proudly Canadian than I have this week. It's just crazy. Like Chad said, it's just absolutely amazing watching this and the people that are coming out, and you think that you're so alone in what has been so dark for years now, and we're not. The entire country is coming out and saying, "Hey, me too."
To give you an idea, so between Toronto and Montreal, I don't know how many overpasses there would be. 50?
Yeah.
And it's like minus 25 out there with the wind right now. And there's videos of people driving that highway in the convoy, and there's people on every overpass with signs and flags and their kids.
Yeah.
Cheering.
Pulling their kids out of school.
Cheering for these people that are going to do a job that very few would do. Mm-hmm. So, congratulations to our truckers. And
Thank you.
What's the old adage? Shit, if you eat in peace, thank a veteran. If you eat at all, thank a farmer. Yeah, fuck, I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it really is something to see, and I know it's being suppressed by a lot of mainstream media, but yeah, it's really something. But speaking of media, let's talk about social media, Lacey.
Okay, here we go.
Look at this. I posted this meme. I wish our audio listeners could see it because it's absolutely mint. It's a bucket of KFC with Trudeau's face on it, and it says Kentucky Fried Chicken shit on it. Now, I laugh every time I see it. I've shared a lot of things on Facebook in my life. I have never had something go as crazy as this.
It's ridiculous, actually.
It is wild.
Yeah.
It's gone viral. Not to a massive degree.
But for a little Saskatchewan boy degree.
It's pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
It's hilarious. I love it. I've seen it and I was like, this is too fucking funny to not share.
So if that confuses anybody, what was it? Day 2 of the convoy that was the fringe minority.
Yeah, I think they're in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Trudeau come out and said that he was a close contact, so he's in isolation.
Going against Ontario health orders, supposedly he's triple vaxxed, which I don't believe for a fucking second. If you are triple vaxxed and test negative, there is no need to quarantine.
Oh, I didn't know. That's
Ontario health order.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Out of an abundance of caution.
Yeah.
Yeah, for your own ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
You son of a bitch. So, anyway, that's our political segment for the show. Like I said, we're going to keep providing updates until we have some resolution here. I haven't been to the grocery store and it's been a while. I'm probably going to go tomorrow. I haven't heard of any shortages here.
I haven't.
But it seems like it's coming from the east this way.
And the north is already, like I have seen posts from Grand Prairie, places like that.
Oh, Alberta.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the north that they're running out.
Whitecourt, I seen was low in some spots. And again, who knows for sure? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's people panic buying.
Right. And I feel like that,
I don't know.
that could happen, right?
I can't say with 100% certainty what's happening there, but after a while, things will dry up. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And if it's not in your grocery store, it'll be at the gas station. And if it's not there, people who live on heating their house on propane won't have that. And if it's there, you can't buy that new couch because, well, fuck, we can't get it in. We can't get it here, right? Or you can't buy your fucking iPad, or you can't buy this or that. And it's eventually, and then when we do get resolution, you think it's just gonna,
right?
The shelves are gonna fill up again? Wrong.
No.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Yeah.
I, for one, am, well, I'll eat a fucking can of beans every day for the next 6 months.
If that's what it takes for them to
until
stay
we get
there.
it figured out.
Yeah.
So, because this system ain't working.
No.
So.
And they are more than prepared to stay there for, well, and some of them in the live feeds have said a month. Right now, hotels are booked. They feel like nothing's going to happen within 10 days. So their hotels are booked for 10 days as of right now. And those are the people out from West that I'm actually hearing, from their mouths, right? So.
Been lots of places offered up, I've seen on the groups.
Tons.
If you need a place to stay, a shower, a meal. I live close to wherever. Swing in. We'll accommodate you.
The girl from BC has not yet paid for a meal.
She's been gone a week. Not quite. 6 days.
Yeah.
5 days.
And
6 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing has. They're out no money right now.
Yeah.
Between donations and she said they'll pull up to a gas pump, and someone will come running up and swipe their own card, across the country. Just it's unbelievable. I think I cry every day.
Yeah. So you tell me the last time that's happened.
In a country like this is just, it's crazy.
On the 12th of never.
Oh, it's so crazy.
You're seeing and hearing. It's funny because Canada, and we're still perceived that way across the world, as so friendly and whatever else, and that identity was gone.
It was gone.
It was
absolutely. It was gone.
I traveled through the States 3-4 years ago now, and when I got back, I was like, man, was it ever nice going through the States, because the people are so nice.
So friendly.
And then I got to come back to this.
Yeah.
Right?
But it was gone here.
But the Canadian identity in the past 6 days has been restored to what the world perceives it to be.
And what it was.
So, yeah, and what it used to be.
It was like that.
So, it really is something. If you're not following it, Google it up. I don't know where you're going to get factual information anymore.
Other than the Facebook Convoy group.
Yeah, and I'm Canadian, so my Twitter kind of automatically populates with Canadian people, right? So that's where I've been getting the majority of my stuff from. But yeah, it's very interesting. So, Lacey, how long have we been yakking?
I don't know, but I was getting a little worked
up. Is that 28 or 38?
38.
Jesus Christ. Okay. When we come back,
we'll actually talk about some sports.
Yeah, no more convoy talk. We're going to talk about the NFL last call for our picks for the conference championship games. NBA update. A little bit of NHL as usual. And we'll call it a show. So I'm going to hit this button and we're going to see how long it takes to start the commercial.
Okay.
Do you love sports? Sick of all the same mainstream sports shows? Then join us on the Chainmovers podcast. We will give you real takes without all the mainstream BS. Catch us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube Live or wherever you get your podcast content. Again, that's a Chainmovers podcast. Join us.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back after a political tirade.
No, is it? I don't feel like it's even political.
No.
It was just us being proud Canadians.
Well, I think I said it on Wednesday's show. It's beyond politics at this point. It's enough. So, let's get into it, shall we?
All right, here we go.
Heading into our last, well, it's not our last NFL weekend, but it kind of is. I'm going to pull up the graphic one more time, Lacey, in case people don't know who's playing this weekend.
Okay.
Chiefs, Bengals, Rams, 49ers, Chiefs at home, Rams at home. That's almost too close to call, Lacey. But we've covered the stats. We've covered their versus records this season when they play each other. We know who's good at home. We know who's good on the road. We've dissected this to almost a molecular level. That being said, spreads have changed a little bit. Kansas City's now 7.5.
What? They went up?
And the spread got bigger, so that means more money is going on KC. Now, a little tip for all you folks out there. If you're keeping an eye on the spreads, and all of a sudden you see that go down to 7 or 6.5, that means probably a lot of the big money is now coming in, putting money on the Rams. Or, sorry, the Bengals.
I was like, what the Rams have to do with this?
So it's a little tip. Keep an eye on your spreads, because they can tell you what's happening, right? Right now, all the money's going on KC. That's why the spread is increased, right?
Yeah.
Because they're a bigger favorite. Makes sense?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Did you push a button? Oh. What is happening?
Fucking painful. Okay, so Kansas City 7.5. Lacey, the Bengals go on the road to Arrowhead. I know you already like Cincinnati in this game. From the few sources I've checked, everyone's taking the Bengals +7. Even at +7, they're taking them. So that being said, this is your last chance. Your last chance. We've covered the stats. We've done it all. Where you at?
Bengals. I'm going to stay with them.
Cincinnati Bengals. Lace Lake Cincy. +7.5.
You know what? They're going to be ready. And yes, Kansas City has gotten better for the crazy, like, weird plays and shit. They've definitely gotten better. But they still do it. Wow! Cincinnati's going to be ready. And they're going to take advantage of some stupid thing that Mahomes does.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what I think.
Smart money's going on Cincy, supposedly.
What are you doing?
Always looking for verification, eh?
You know what? I've come a long ways. Because you know I would never, ever have even just told you these things before.
What things? Like who you're taking to win?
Yes. It would have been, who do you think's going to win? And I would have been like, well, what do you think?
Like you just did?
But I picked, though. Normally, I wouldn't even give you an answer. And then it would be like, what do you think? And then I would just agree with you.
All right, enough. Here I come with the gospel. Why? Why is it doing this to me? I like Cincinnati. I like Joe Burrow.
Oh.
The way the Chiefs have looked over the past 5 weeks,
You can't bet against them.
I can't argue with their results. Cincinnati, next year, the year after, yeah, they're going to be competitive in that AFC North and in the playoffs for years to come as long as Joe Burrow stays healthy. That being said, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs to cover 7.5. Their offense is so high-powered, and when it's clicking, there are very few teams that can run with them. Very few. I'm not a Bengal hater. I'm not. Don't get me wrong here. I like Cincinnati.
And the weird thing is that you actually don't like Kansas City normally.
Right. So that tells you how much I'm believing in what I'm seeing.
Right.
So I'm taking
KC.
the Chiefs. So
Boom.
okay. Now let's move over to the Rams 49ers. Sean McVay has yet to ever beat Kyle Shanahan. Coaching. The Rams haven't been that great at home. The Niners have been an underdog virtually all season long and have persevered. That being said, Lacey, 3.5, Rams. Rams are minus 3.5. Who do you like? Just wait about 8 seconds before this kicks in.
I'm going to stick with the Rams.
A fool's bet right there. No, fuck.
That's a tough one, though, for me.
It really is. All the stats are pointing to San Fran's going to pull the upset. That's how I'm interpreting the stats.
Me too.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, whether or not
Which
you interpret them that way is a different story.
But I don't even understand that. So if you look at the stats, it has that San Fran should pull the upset. Why is it an upset then? If the stats are saying that, to me, the stats are...
Because this says negative 3.5.
Yeah.
That's why.
It doesn't make sense.
They're the favorite. On paper, the Rams are a better team. Flat out. I don't think you're going to find anyone that would disagree with you.
No, but okay, so I guess people just don't look at the stats like you took us down. Those kinds of stats.
Maybe not.
Okay.
Only like a hardcore degenerate gambler
is looking that deep.
Or who has their own podcast. Let's go with that.
Or the gambler part.
So you're taking the Rams.
Yeah.
At minus 3.5. Okay. And myself?
And yourself?
What a fucking setup we got here. I'm taking the 49ers plus 3.5. I expect this game will not turn into the shootout. I don't think that ever. It's no different than Buffalo. No. Who did Kansas City play in the first round?
In the first round?
Yeah. In the wild card game. Who did they play in the wild card game?
I don't know.
Why can't I remember who they played? Well, let's pull up the fucking graphic and we can see.
Well, I took them.
Eagles. No. Who did they play?
Chiefs. Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh.
Somewhere down in the Pittsburgh.
Anyway.
But I don't even think that's the game I was thinking of.
No, it's not. You were thinking of the next one, I think. Which?
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I don't know what I was thinking then.
What were you going to say? Maybe we can figure it out.
I'm pretty sure the Niners don't want this game to turn into a shootout. Because they'll lose.
Yeah.
And that's not Jimmy G hate. Don't mistaken me for a hater because there's a ton of Jimmy G haters out there. And all Jimmy G does is win.
I just heard this on the TV the other day.
What?
Someone agrees with you.
Fuck, they should.
They said, they're like, what? Like, why? Why do you guys keep hating on him? He has got us as far as...
And like San Fran
it might
fans.
Have been the coach, actually.
Hate him.
Yeah. It might have been the coach, actually.
Like, what the fuck? This guy's done nothing but good things. So, leave him alone.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what they were saying.
I don't know. Team has the utmost faith in him. But as you know, my position on defense wins championships. And the 49ers D, I like them more than the Rams D. So that being said, that's a justification for my pick.
So we have two complete opposite parlays going in again.
Yes, we do.
Well, isn't that exciting? Mm-hmm. So pretty much you guys can just bet on me or Chad.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe we should get our own little thing going.
And after last weekend, I went 0-4. Lacey went 4-0. So I'm due.
You're due.
I'm due for
a
couple dubskis here.
I was thinking, in my head, doomed. Yeah.
All right, enough. Okay, let's move over to the NBA, Lacey.
Okay.
That's enough NFL. It's sad the season's winding down, but it is what it is. Let's go over these NBA standings real quickly, shall we? What do you say? I'm going to minimize our sound effects because they're not working great to begin with.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
First place, we got the Miami Heat, and they just won tonight, Lace.
Okay.
They beat... Who did they beat tonight? The Clippers.
Yeah.
Beat the
I watched that. Can I just add something there? I really like Miami's jerseys.
Back to Chad. First place, we got the Miami Heat at 31-17. They are... Well, they were 8-2. They're now 9-1 in their last 10.
Wow.
So...
Good job.
Miami Heat sitting in first. Second, we got the Chicago Bulls, 30-17. They're banged up, beat up. If they can hold on until Caruso, Lonzo, and Levine get back, if they can stay in the top 5, they'll be in good shape. Third, we got the Cleveland Cavs, arguably the surprise story of the year in the NBA. Playing extremely well. Sitting there with a 30-19 mark, 8-2 in their last 10.
Wow.
Showing no signs of slowing down. Darius Garland, unreal. Dude's been lights out. So imagine when Sexton gets back, their backcourt's going to be just stacked. They're going to be a good team, and they're young.
Right.
Fourth, we got the Brooklyn Nets, 29-19, 4-6 in their last 10. They're struggling without Durant, but it's not like you just pull a guy off the bench and plug him in.
Right.
Don't work that way. And fifth,
Well, you do, but you don't get the results that you did.
Yes, there is somebody playing in his position, but not quite as effectively as KD does. And in fifth, we got the 76ers at 29-19. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Embiid carrying them through. 76ers beat the Lakers last night, 105-87. AD back for 2 games, left with a wrist injury. In that game, he was like lights out too prior to him leaving. So, X-rays came back negative. Shouldn't miss really any time. So, but whatever, they were out LeBron as well. He didn't play that game either, and he was out tonight. Lakers were playing... who were they playing tonight? I don't even remember. Whatever. Let's go through the West standings, shall we, Lace?
Okay.
Let's pull those up. First, we got the Phoenix Suns, 38-9. They are 9-1 in their last 10. Won 8 in a row. No signs of slowing down.
What?
I don't know if the Suns have anyone going to the All-Star game.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's just a travesty. Andrew Wiggins was named a starter, and I don't think the Suns have anyone going.
Oh boy.
Like, not even CP3.
Really?
I don't know. I'd have to verify that.
I don't
but
like him.
Devin Booker, like, come on.
Yeah. That's
Like,
true.
obviously they're a good team.
Yeah.
I think every team gets one guy, so CP3 is probably the guy going. But
I don't like him. He's a whiner.
he leads the league in assists.
Yeah.
Good floor general. One of the best to ever do it. So.
Well, he flails around, and he's just a big baby.
Second, we got the Golden State Warriors. 36-13. They are 6-4 in their last 10, and they've banged off 4 straight. Got the Memphis Grizzlies at 3, 33-17, and they won tonight. They beat the Jazz handily tonight, 119-109. Ja with the triple-double in this one.
Ja.
So good. Fourth, we got the Utah Jazz at 30-19. They are 2-8. Now 1-9 in their last 10 because they just lost to Memphis tonight. And in fifth, we got the Dallas Mavericks at 28-21, and they are 7-3 in their last 10. And that's really all there is to talk about from the Western Conference. Lacey, as we're talking about the NBA, I put an MVP list on our Twitter page.
Oh, did
My MVP list thus far this year. I had 0 arguments.
Oh.
Not one person said, "You're fucked."
Well,
Which is crazy in Twitter a lot quicker. So I'm going to say I'm on the right path here. You ready for my MVP list?
yeah.
Okay. Let's fill this dead air until the sound effect decides to come on. My MVP list so far to date. Number 1, Joel Embiid.
Boo.
Yeah, you don't like that?
No. I have my favorite players though. I won't be good at this.
Okay.
I don't know Embiid.
You don't know who he is?
Well, I've heard of him obviously, but I don't know. I assume he's having a great season.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. And Philly's going to fucking waste it. But Philly is still a good team.
Okay.
Even without Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons aside, Embiid has stepped up his play to the point where he's the man anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So, see you, Ben. Number 2, Ja Morant.
I like this one. This one I like. I just haven't watched Embiid, that's all.
He's been so fucking good this year. He scores more points than minutes he plays.
Yeah, you did tell me.
So that should give you a pretty good idea of how good he is.
Yeah.
Last night when they played the Lakers, he was like 29, 7 and 6. And he came on his post-game interview and apologized for having a quiet night. He said, I can't wait to get back into the gym and try and improve on that. That's how good he's playing this year.
Wow.
Okay? I think he took Shaq and Chuck's advice to heart because they're hard on him. Like, tore his ass up on NBA on TNT. Yeah. Oh. So, I think he's listening and growing, and he's been healthy.
How old is he?
Which is the biggest mind blower of all.
Right.
That dude is a fucking Band-Aid up until this year. So, Embiid's 28?
Oh, okay.
27, 28, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. So we have Embiid. We got Ja Morant.
Like it.
Third, we have Giannis.
Of course, I love that one.
No MVP list is complete without Giannis.
That's right.
When I look at an MVP, I don't look specifically at stats. Well, they do carry some weight, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's who's the most important to their team. The Bucks are fucking atrocious without Giannis. They're just not a very good team. And Chris Middleton's not the guy to carry a team. Chris Middleton is a fantastic basketball player.
But he can't carry
can't carry that team.
That makes sense to me.
There's a big difference between a very good player and someone who can carry a team. Mm-hmm. Huge difference. Fourth, Nikola Jokic.
All right.
He carries the Nuggets. Mm-hmm. The Nuggets are shit without him. Mm-hmm. Like, they're bad. Jamal Murray's missed the entire season so far.
Yeah.
So, he's really all they got. Mm-hmm. And in fifth, LeBron James.
I bet that was hard to write down.
LeBron James ranks... No, it wasn't. The only reason he ranks so low is because the team's so bad.
Oh.
He's been fantastic this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he has.
No MVP list is complete without LeBron either.
Right.
But if I had to pick today, Embiid or Ja, I'm giving it to Ja.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I like Ja. I really do.
I just can't get over the athleticism.
Yeah.
The drive, the heart.
Yes.
Everything. Mm-hmm. The dude's a complete package.
Yeah.
So, got a man crush.
Yeah.
Ja Morant.
I like him.
There you go.
I've actually started liking the team because of him. You know, like that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis. Who the fuck was a Grizzlies fan?
Yeah.
Prior to 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I'm a fan.
Nobody was. Yeah, so nobody called me a fucking nutcase for my list, so I'm impressed.
That's a win.
Color me surprised. So, another story, Lace. Fan being ejected last night in that Philly Lakers game. Melo pointing it out to the refs, dragging the ref over and pointing at this guy, and he got thrown out. Apparently he was referring to Melo as boy over and over and over again. Now that can be taken derogatory.
Oh.
Because in like slave days and when things were like really racist, that's how they used to
Yes. I did know that.
talk to African American people, right? So this guy is a repeat offender. He's been banned from every 76ers game and every event in that stadium indefinitely.
All right.
Cannot go back. So, Melo, after the game, didn't make a huge deal of it.
Okay.
He said he crossed the line. And he's a grown-ass man, and you suffer the repercussion.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
He said, I'm all for guys. John at me and whatever else.
Yeah.
He said, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You cheer for your team and you beat the opponent.
Yeah, that's what you do as a fan.
This crossed the line. And I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Why did you have to do that?
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
I don't understand. It seems to be happening more and more. And I can't wrap my head around it.
And it doesn't seem like extremes. Like, doesn't it seem like we're either saying, like, wow, you crossed the line and what's wrong with you? Or, come on, suck it up. Stop being offended by everything. Yeah. There's no middle ground anymore. It's like either you're a fucking crazy.
There typically isn't when it comes to racial issues. It's
no,
either
that's
a
true.
racist statement
yeah,
that's
true.
not.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Or a gesture or whatever it might be.
No, and what popped into my head was Aunt Jemima.
Yeah.
Well, it's so...
Yeah.
They're so far apart.
I honestly don't believe it was that offended anyone.
I don't either.
I can't wrap my head around that either.
Right, that's what I mean. It's so...
It is what it is.
Extremes here.
Yeah. So this dude, done.
Good.
Never coming back. I couldn't believe it was like every event.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Now, I don't know what the prior...
offenses were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But...
No. And if he's a repeat offender, yeah.
Yeah, you can't learn your lesson.
Yeah.
We're not here to fucking babysit you. So get the fuck out. Easy as that.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
yeah, I thought that was interesting. I've never heard of someone being banned from a venue for life. So, but if anyone deserves this, it's this fucking clown. So let's move over to the NHL Lace and then let's call it a show, shall we?
All right.
Atlantic Panthers, first place. They've only lost 9 fucking games this year.
I see that.
That's impressive. Mm-hmm. They've only lost 1 more game than the Habs have won. Panthers,
that's terrible.
Sitting there in first at 39-5. Not 39-5. 30-9-5.
Correct.
And they've won 2 straight, 8-2 in their last 10. The Lightning in second at 29-10-5. They are also 8-2 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row as well. And the Maple Leafs, is that a 6 or an 8? Looks like a 6.
6.
26-10-3, 7-2-1 in their last 10, and they've won 2 in a row. Well, would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
And then we got the Senators in 7th, 13-20-4, 4-3-3 in their last 10. Can you believe they have a winning record in their last 10?
No. That is shocking, isn't it?
Messed up, man. And the Habs sitting there in they've even played almost more games than everyone in that division.
Yeah.
At 42, they've played 42 games, they've won 8. Lost 20-7 and have 7 overtime wins. They've lost 4 in a row. And we don't need to spend any more time on them because they're a joke. Let's move over to the Metro. The Penguins sitting there in first place. They finally climbed into first.
Look at them go.
The Pens. They lost tonight, though, to Detroit. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because I bet on them.
Oh, of course you did.
Why the fuck would I bet on the Red Wings? Rule number 1, don't bet on a Detroit team.
Right.
Of course I'm going to take the Pens. They've been red hot.
Right.
Fuck. They're sitting in first at 27-10-7. 7-1-2 in their last 10, but they've lost 2 in a row. Make that 3.
Right.
Now they've lost 3 in a row. Second, we got the Carolina Hurricanes, 29-9-2. They're 7-2-1. Also, the Pens are 7-1-2. They're 7-2-1. They've won 2 straight. The Rangers in third at 29-12-4. They're 6-4-0 in their last 10. Lost 1 in a row. But look at those Flyers, Lace. 13-22-8. They've lost 13 straight fucking games.
That's insane. How's that happen?
That's bad.
That's real bad.
That's horrid.
Wow.
I better check on Billy.
Yeah, you maybe should. They've won 13 games and lost 13 in a row.
That's right.
Lucky
So their current losing streak matches their season win total.
That's insane.
I'm sure Billy's burning jerseys by now.
Yeah, you should probably check on him.
This is horrendous.
That's real bad.
13 in a row. Oof.
Why is there so many Flyers fans? Is there a lot of Flyers fans? Feels like there is.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe not.
I don't know. Who cares? They're trash.
Yeah, I just was wondering why there were so many fans.
Moving over to the Central Lace, the Avs sitting there in first at 38-3, 9-0-1 in their last 10, and they have won 8 straight games. Impressive.
Wow.
The Avs are good. Second, we got the Preds. 27-14-4. They're 5-3-2 in their last 10, but they've lost one in a row.
Yeah.
And in third, we got the Blues. 26-12-5. 7-3-0 in their last 10 as well. And if we slide all the way down to 6, you'll see the Winnipeg Jets hanging out there at 17-16-7. They've lost 6 in a row. 3-5-2 in their last 10. I told you things are not going to be good in Winnipeg. And they're not. They're just not good.
They're bad.
Can you believe the Coyotes are better than the Habs?
No.
That's fucked.
That is.
That's embarrassing.
God, it would suck to be the worst in the league.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, I know that, but
let's
even close.
Let's move over to the Pacific Lace. The Golden Knights sitting there in first at 25-16.
Yeah.
And 3.
Yeah.
3-4-3 in their last 10. Second, we got the Ducks at 22-16-8. 4-5-1. And the Kings in third at 22-16-6. Jesus. 6-3-1 in their last 10. Fourth, we got the Flames. Flames been playing some good hockey lately.
Yeah?
Yeah. 20-13-6. 4-6-0 in their last 10, but they're turning it around.
All right.
And then in 6th, we got the Oilers at 21-18. 16-2. 3-5-2 in their last 10. They won last night.
Who'd they play?
In a shootout, I think Nashville.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow!
Wow.
Gonna have to do our own sound effects.
Yeah.
Brutal. 7th, we got the Canucks at 19-5. 4-4-2 in their last 10.
They just can't break through that 500.
No, they're really struggling.
It's like they're one up, then they're one down, then they're even again, and
Well,
I didn't know we were back on. My arms were just flailing around.
let's be honest, they're not the best team in the world.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, God, you just wish they could just
But you know what?
get a couple above.
They're gonna fucking run out of time
Yeah.
unless they get on a serious win streak here.
Yeah.
Because that pack is tight still, the Pacific.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it
So
is.
even at first, let's pull it up one more time. So 53 points, they're 10 points out of first,
Yeah. That's not a lot.
you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, with their 2 games over halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So there's time, but they're going to have to start to help themselves at some point. You can't bank on everybody in front of you losing. So just don't work that way. That being said, I have nothing else, Lacey. Nothing else at all. I like our new sound effect. So, you have anything else?
Nope, I don't think so.
Weird. You never do.
No.
You never ever do.
You talked lots about the convoy today. That was good.
I did talk a lot about it.
That was my wish. You granted my wish.
What's your other 2?
I just have one. Well, my other one will come in effect tomorrow when they actually get to Ottawa. I just want it to
Safely.
be safe. You know, I just want everyone to be safe and their voices heard. And
You know there's going to be some rabble-rousers in there, though.
And I got a lot from that. The West, like the main convoy, I guess. A lot of that, everybody posting today. And it's, you know, if things go south, know that it's not us.
Find a cop. The video I watched was, you see someone creating trouble, find a cop, because there's gonna be cops all over the place.
Yes.
Don't kid yourself.
They're bringing them in from all over now, I guess.
Grab the police officer, direct them to where the problem is. They'll take care of it.
And they said first thing you do is turn on your phone.
Yeah, video it.
Yeah. Turn on your camera, find an RCMP. If you can't find, or a cop, I guess.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. They should all be there by the morning. They ran into some greasy roads though, I think,
Yes.
and they had to split off at one point. But it sounds like that's all figured out. And
They just met back up today, though.
in North Bay,
Yeah. So they were a long time separated.
yeah. Well, there you go.
But
Lo and behold, that's it. So on that note, thanks to all of you. I'm not thanking you today
why?
because you're always here. You never thank me.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It's your show.
Never once do you ever say.
You have to do
You
that
know what?
real.
Hey, you do a great job.
You need to do that real. And lastly, I want to thank me. I think it's Snoop.
I want to
Does
thank
it?
myself.
Yeah. You want to thank me.
I should be Sportscaster of the Year. I just said this tonight.
You did.
That's what I told you. I'm going to nominate myself.
I don't see why not. You could just nominate Chainmovers podcast. It's not weird.
New show of the year.
Rookie of the year. That'll be you.
Okay, enough of that. Everyone enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. Whatever you're doing, do it safely. And on that note, let's see how long this takes, Lacey. Maybe it'll happen right away. Maybe it won't. And on that note, we're out.